The Highlight Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
Well, hopefully you've started your Christmas shopping by now, and when you're out perusing, I should say, for presents, everybody likes a good 2-for-1 sale, and that's the case in the SAC, where the conference's weekly boys and girls doubleheaders begin tonight. The ladies had already started conference play, but for the fellas, SAC action getting underway this evening, and Andy McDonald joins us with your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Andy.
Hey, thank you, Glenn. Unless you're facing a team like UMBC, you always want to be that #1 seed. This young Snyder team picked the top of the SAC for that holiday tournament in a few weeks' time. Meanwhile, the Wayne Generals looking to get things rolling after posting 16 wins last season. Wayne at Snyder. It's your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. No seniors on this young Snyder team. No Craig Young for Wayne. He's focusing on football. This was going to be a high-tempo affair nonetheless. Isaac Folks with the rip and the score on the other end for the Generals. Then it's Dylan Duff on the other end for the Panthers. The nice Euro step in the lane still in the first half. Duff, the oop to Superman, super sophomore, Michael Ely. He'll get up on the opposite right side and ram the rim. It's 36-23 lead for Snyder at the break. Third quarter now. Big Darius Alexander putting in the work on the offensive board. The hoop and the harm there for the Ball State commit for football. End of the third quarter now. Snyder trying to extend their lead. The sweep between the legs from Duff. It goes at the rack, 53-38, but on the other end, Timon Kinney puts up the shot, beats the buzzer. It's just a 12-point lead for the Panthers entering the final quarter. The closers not on TNT, but Wayne TV. Ely Assassin played big minutes last year, knocked down the triple. Then it's Duff, the signature spin move on the inside. Duff and Ely, they combine for 45 points. Snyder wins this one 76-63, the final.
It was kind of close in the game out. It was good momentum for us because they were coming back, so it was just a good lead for us. It was a good win, but it was kind of tough, because they were coming back at the end, and we just had to push through and just keep playing.
Between you and Duff, who has the best hair?
Me. I got the best hair.
Michael's something special. He's a knockdown shooter, but, he knows, he understands the team concept, so, it's not all about him. He wants to give me the ball. He wants everyone to score. He just wants to win, really.
Who has the better hair?
Ooh. He got that haircut. It's not looking that nice. I think I got the better hair.
Oh, man, let the debate continue. Next up, Snyder hosts Northside next Friday. Wayne hosting South Bend, Washington tomorrow afternoon. Glenn, back to you.
Team Duff or Team Ely on the hair? That's a big question. Hey, we mentioned Snyder, the #1 seed of the upcoming SAC Holiday Tournament, the 2 seed. That'd be the Carroll Chargers. Concordia, you saw, honoring their legendary team from 1948 before the game. Then it's Braden Pearson doing work to give the Cadets an early lead. How about Preston Shearer? With the putback here, more from Shearer in just a minute, but Jaden Dance, one of the top perimeter threats in the SAC, pulls up and drains it. We mentioned we'd see more from Shearer. We see it right here. The punch down the lane. It's a 13-10 game. You're going to see Dance bucket as Concordia wins a tight one against Carroll. The Cadets with a nice win for new coach Phil Brackman, 40-37. Dwenger didn't play their season opener in hoops until Wednesday. Fresh legs, though, right? Saints had a Homestead team off to a 3-0 start. First quarter, Luke Goody. This is why he's got an offer from the Iowa Hawkeyes. He drains the 3. Goody had 22 on the game to lead the Spartans. They were up early. Zach Kruger with the bucket down low. He had 13. Homestead up 20-7, but Dwenger rallies the troops. Jared Lee, 15 points to lead the Saints. Got the and one there to cut into the lead. Then you'll see the Fighting Kostoffs kick it to John Hoffman. This was a ball game and a good one for the Saints. They win it at Homestead 51-48. Northrop 4-0. The Bruins led by Indiana All-Star candidate, the big guy, Sidney Curry, the Miami of Ohio recruit, won the voting last Monday on Wayne TV for the Wendy's Play of the Week. First quarter, John Peterson saying, we don't care about that. 2-zip lures, and then it's lures on the fast break. Nalen Thompson. Between two defenders, it's 4-0 lures. Coach Fonzo White, well, he would like that. He wouldn't like this. They didn't have an answer for Curry inside. He gets the deuce. Then watch this. 6'8", 270, and he moves like that. Are you kidding me? Sidney Curry had 15 points, 13 boards. Then in the second quarter, Quaylen Pettis, the punch. He had 15 and 10. Northrop now 5-0. They win it against Lures 64-52. Last stop in the SAC, the hardwood version of the Totem Pole game. Southside at Northside. First quarter, it's Northside out hot. Trevion Braden with the layup. Then you're going to see some good defense here. Jayshawn Hargrave off the steal. The Legends up by 7 early. And J.J. Foster, he is not happy with what he sees. He would like this, though, the sophomore. Austin Jordan to Southside. Nice little floater there. 2 of his 12. Then watch Aston Johnson. Just kind of go into the lane. Nobody stops him. He gets the layup. Gary Andrews now. It's his turn to be angry. And if you like defense, you'll like this. JT Langston with the pin. Langston had 11 points as Southside goes in and beats Northside big time, 81-46. Stepping outside the SAC, Blackhawk Christian still #1 in your 1A state poll. Why wouldn't they be? The Braves welcoming Elkhart Christian to Fort Wayne. First quarter, good ball movement. Michael Pulver to Caleb First to Zane Burke. Burke had 21. First only played a couple minutes because of a finger injury. It wouldn't matter. That's Elkhart Christian with the 3. Desmond Wilkins Maxwell. But, yeah, that guy had the idea. It was all BC as the lead was short-lived for the Eagles. That's Frank Davidson, close to a dunk. Frankie normally punches that. And then Davidson from the outside, the University of Indianapolis recruit, had 26 on the game. We mentioned no Caleb First. That opened up the scoring for some other guys, including Marcus Davidson. He had 25, so 51 points for the Davidsons there. ECA only had 54 as Blackhawk wins at 99-54. NECC Hoops Angola only giving up 38 points a game. That's 4th best in the state in 3A. Could Garrett crack the old Ed Bentley code? Well, the answer would be no. Dyer Ball, talented, got that little lefty stroke. It's 5-0 Angola to start this thing off, and then Jack Hilliard, corner, 3, good. 8-0 Angola jumps out to a lead. The Railroaders, they would start to chip away, though. Kobe Lucarelli from straight away, and that was nothing but net. It's a 12-7 ball game there, but Dyer Ball, you're going to see him finish it on the inside here as Angola gets a win against Garrett, 47-36 in NECC play. Last stop for boys hoops, Manchester at DeKalb. The Squires off to a 2-0 start. They're ranked 14th in 2A, but taking on Rod Cohn and the Coneheads, and it's not that easy. That's Weston Hamby in the third quarter, and it's a 7-point lead for Manchester, but Carter Dick nails the 3, and DeKalb is in business. You're going to see Kyle Dunham with the bucket down low, and it's a 2-point Manchester lead as DeKalb continues to pick away. Thane Krieger with the bucket there. Well, watch Cole Richmond. You're going to see Richmond, who had a big game yesterday, get the bucket here as DeKalb pulls out a good one against a very solid Manchester team. Barons 50, Squires 48. Well, that does it for the gentlemen tonight, but coming up, the ladies are going to take center stage here on the Highlight Zone. We got a handful of girls teams still undefeated coming into the evening. That includes Homestead as the Spartans battle Dwenger in a key SAC showdown. Second-ranked Norwell puts its perfect record on the line against Columbia City, and West Noble looking to stay perfect with a trip to Busco. All that and more coming up next in the Zone.
Net Crazies are ready. More girls highlights coming up on the Highlight Zone.
Here at Homestead, we're home for the holidays on the Highlight Zone. Yeah, let's go!
Now you got to respect the gear there. Hey, coming into the night, 3 teams tied atop the SAC girls standings. Homestead, Bishop Dwenger, and Southside, all 3-0 in conference. Before tonight, Homestead still had not lost a regular season conference game since joining the SAC. 30-0 in 3+ seasons. Could the Saints end that streak, though, tonight in Aboite? Well, Homestead saying not going to happen on the break. It's Bree Lucas and Solaire Starks with the combination there. Homestead up by 12, 18-6. Later, it's Emma Lyons coming the other way. She drains the 3. Homestead still up, though, 22-14. Still in the second quarter, Rod Parker looking for some defense. Didn't happen here. Molly Ream splits that D and gets the bucket. That cuts Homestead's lead to 10, but the Spartans would pull away from there. Grace Sullivan getting all the way to the cup with that deuce. It's a 12-point lead for Homestead. Then in the third quarter, freshman Ayana Patterson, she had 17. That would lead the Spartans as Homestead still undefeated, 77-38.
We've always heard that defense wins championships and stuff like that, and Coach Parker's always on us for our defense. So we start there first, and then we know we'll get shots on the offensive end.
I feel really good. I thought together we played really good as a team. We had a lot of energy, and even though some of our shots didn't fall the way we wanted to, we still found a way to win convincingly.
Next up, it's Homestead hosting Norwell on Tuesday. That should be a good one. Then they travel to Lures on Friday. Southside, part of that three-way tie atop the SAC we were talking about. The Archers 4-0 in conference with a win at Northside. Could they do it? Well, third quarter, that's the freshman Olivia Smith. She's pretty good. She led the Archers with 15. It's a 39-11 ball game. Then, wow, great teamwork right there on the passing. Alea Chapman with 2 of her 10. It's a 30-point Southside lead. Lamaya Woodson down low. She had 14. Southside increasing that gap. Northside hungry for some buckets, you might say. You're going to see Felicia Smith pop the J there for the Legends, but it wouldn't be enough. Southside tied with Homestead, first place in the SAC, 74-35. Archers a winner. Concordia ranked 9th in your latest 3A state poll, just 28 points away from becoming the Cadets' all-time leading scorer would be Carissa Garcia. Garcia working on that, trying to best Courtney Smith in the all-time scoring list for Concordia. Emily Parrott here coming the other way. Carroll actually up 6-2, a 4-point lead to start this ball game. Third quarter, though, Garcia nails the 3. She'd have 16 points, so still needs 12 for the record. Meg Barkley, hoop and harm for Carroll, but Garcia to the rescue. The future Northern Kentucky baller drains the 3 as Concordia wins 43-34. Bishop Lures coming in on a 5-game winning streak. The Knights looking to make it 6 in a row as they battle Northrop. Third quarter, it's the Bruins actually leading this one 40-35, but that's when Lures takes over as our cameras get there. Ashlyn Gray, she had 10. Bruins lead cut to 40-37. Then Ashlyn Gray, the steal to Lydia Reinbold. Reinbold, one of the best in the SAC. She had 18 points. That would lead Lures, and that tied it at 42 all. Fourth quarter, Reinbold to the rescue. This gives Lures the lead, and they don't look back as Lures wins it 64-57 for their 6th straight dub. Final stop in the SAC, couple of newbies. First-year coach Laisha Gorman leading Wayne. First-year coach Greg Addison leading Snyder. And Snyder led here by Tamara Wade. She goes coast to coast, and the Snyder Panthers up 5-zip early at Kilmer Court. Yamanique Petaway drains the 3 right there, actually banked it in as Wayne gets on the board. Third quarter, Alicia Davis. How many times have we seen her on the highlight zone? Little pilfer and pair. 30-16 Snyder in the lead, and they add to it Naisha Anderson. It's a name to remember. Only a freshman. Anderson had a team-high 19 points tonight. Snyder beats Wayne 64-27. Down in Osseo, Norwell tied for second in this week's 3A state poll. The Knights 8-0, hosting a solid Columbia City team. Norwell's Kaylee Felling to Ashley Vandenboom, and boom goes the dynamite. 14-13, Norwell in the lead. Columbia City's Elena Rongos gets the layup here. Played her first 3 seasons at Canterbury. A nice addition to that Columbia City team for her senior season. Columbia City up by 1. Second quarter, Olivia Shearer with the bucket. As Columbia City hanging around making this a ball game, but Norwell's Lauren Bales bails out the Knights. The steal, the layup for Bales as Norwell still undefeated. The Knights win it over Columbia City 57-43. Let's stay in the Northeast 8 as we go to Armstrong Arena. We're talking Huntington North at New Haven. Third quarter, the Vikings building off their halftime lead. Reese Holkleser with the baseline drive and bucket. Now, Bulldogs answer. Kayla Williams with the bucket for the Bulldogs, but Huntington North in complete control. Great cut by Leah Campbell for the lay-in, and then with North up 22, you're going to see Madeline Robrock down low, a stalwart in the Northeast State as Huntington North wins big time, 56-19 on the road. Down at the Tigers' Den, Bluffton won 17 games last year. Oh yeah, and a sectional title. Tonight, they were hosting a 7-3 Woodland squad. Emmy Boots down the court. You're going to see recover and get the bucket. How did that go in? Who cares? 13-0 lead, Bluffton in the lead. Abby Gentz to Gabby Joyce. That's a three. Woodland in this ball game. They would make it interesting. Elena Kitt kicking it to Grace Miller, who finds the bottom of the net, but it's Woodland with a comeback victory at Bluffton, 47-45. NECC Girls Hoops. West Noble undefeated at 7-0. The Chargers ranked 12th in this week's 3A state poll. Dale Morano's team at Busco. First quarter action, Abby Irwin to Mariah Husted down low, and it's an early 2-point game. It's Lauren Burns the other way, ringing up the three as West Noble now up by 5. Later, it's a combination we've already seen. Abby Irwin to Mariah Hosted. It's a pretty good combo. Easy deuce right there for Busco, but watch this in the second quarter. West Noble cranking up the D. Madison Skimmelhorn going to play college volleyball at Purdue. You can't get it past her. She gets the steal. Tara Miller with the score. West Noble now 8-0, 52-22, your final in Turtletown. Final stop for girls hoops, Canterbury. 5 state titles in program history. Tonight, though, looking for their first win of the season. The Cats hosting Lakewood Park, and that was Taylor Gerke with the bucket as Lakewood Park up 19-2 in the second quarter. Then it's Chloe Jolliffe with the bucket, 24-2 Lakewood Park, and feeling darn good. Mackenzie Wilhelm with the bucket there for Canterbury, and that cuts it to a 20-point lead, but Lakewood Park just feeling it. Sophia Burris with the bucket there for the visiting team. You'll see Shania Jones with a basket here coming up as Lakewood Park Christian wins at 65-21. We got Comets, Mad Ants, and your Highlight Zone Play of the Week coming up after the break.
We are the Northside Legends. More Highlight Zones coming after this.
We're going to end on a high note. Here's tonight's Play of the Week.
Oh, I love it. Hey, it's that time of the show where we honor the best of the best when we go back out to Kilmer Court. Michael Ely, only a sophomore, a super sophomore. He and Dylan Duff connect on this alley-oop. They combine for 25 points as the Snyder Panthers, young but talented. That is your Highlight Zone Play of the Week, Michael Ely. Hey, key games for next Friday. We're talking doubleheader Friday, not just in the SAC, Northrop and Southside, Concordia at Dwenger, Homestead at Lures. Those should all be good. We got girls, boys action doubleheader at Canterbury as the Cavs welcome in Top Racket Blackhawk in boys, and a key NECC doubleheader, especially on the girls' side, West Noble, Central Noble. Those two teams very well could be undefeated. Sticking with hoops, Mad Ants in the middle of their 6-game homestand trying to right the ship against the Long Island Nets. It was Star Wars night out at the Coliseum, and the force was strong with this one. Elijah Stewart with the J. The Ants down by 9, though. And Davon Reed with that leg-up Kobe MJ-style jumper. He nailed it. He had 26. All that kid wanted was a win for Christmas. Theo Pinson trails the 3, coming the other way. Steve Gansey trying to draw up some offense. Stephen Hicks would go to the rack for 2 of his team-high 29, but it's not enough. Ants fall 117-111. They get Grand Rapids on Monday. Do your Mad Ants tip at 7. How about the Mad Ants at home, right? So it means the Comets are on the road. K's at Wheeling for the first time this season. First period, Justin Kia with the goal. Pretty hockey, just 5 minutes in. It's a 1-0 Comets lead. That's Kia's 4th. Later in the first, matter of fact, just about a minute later, J.C. Campagna with his 12th of the season. That leads the K's as the Comets take a 2-zip lead. They weren't done. Jake Camras, his 9th goal of the season. We're still in the first period. Matter of fact, K scored 4 goals in the first period. They go on to win by a final of 5-4. They're back home tomorrow night when the Comets host the Indy Fuel 7:30 Saturday night at War Memorial Coliseum. Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Highlight Zone. For Andy, I'm Glenn, and we'll see you next Friday night right here on Wayne TV with all your high school basketball action.
Do you have vision benefits?
Use them.